Hi, this is Angelina from Sparkling Diva with the last part of the reading. What type of man is the right one for you? Unfortunately, it didn't work out in one go. So the last set is the numbers 4, the dolphin, the Jasper dolphin. If you haven't chosen a set yet, a reading yet, then I invite you to please go to the first part of this reading. I will put a link underneath here, underneath the video, where you can choose and watch readings 1, 2 and 3, because this is only number 4, the reading. I'm going to start right away. What type of man is the best match for you? And then I have Lovers, the Lovers card, and Chalices 10, and this is the Devil in Default Tarot. In the Green Witch Tarot it's called Nature, and 8 of Pentacles, and again the Lovers, the Lady and the Lord. So there's 2 Lovers cards. The feeling I get with this, it was also funny because when I drew the cards for this last set, for this last reading, the cards kept flying everywhere. They were all over the place. It was really funny in the end, you know, because there's a lot of cards and it just kept happening. They just flew everywhere, and there's just some kind of chaotic energy. It's really quite funny. But in any case, I feel that we are dealing with a woman, so you, who is more a kind of woman who likes to have control, so to speak. Not in a bad way, but more like the a take charge mentality. And if you are like that, then if you're with a man who's like that as well, then it's not going to work out. Then you need a guy who needs you to be in charge, so to speak, to take charge, to take responsibility for whatever, you know, bills getting paid, or I don't know, but not in a bad way. Not like he's submissive or weak or anything. He can still be strong, but being in control of things in a relationship, in life, in a household or whatever, I don't think that is his strong suit. And I think it is yours. That's what I see in these cards. Like there's these 2 women here, and I think you're that woman. You know, he's got options, and he can choose her, can choose you, whatever, but you're making it happen. That's not always the default explanation of that card, but that's the sense I'm getting here. You know, you want him. You've decided you want him. He's interested in you as well, of course, and you make it happen. You blow the opposition away, basically, and you're not waiting for him to make a choice. No, you make sure that he chooses you. So in that sense, you sort of take charge. So likely in the dating or getting to know each other as well, that you know, you sort of decided. It's not really making a decision, but I hope you get what I mean. You made sure that you 2 got together, or will get together. And I see that here as well. The woman is there. She's happy. She's feminine and beautiful, gorgeous. She's holding up this whatever fruit, some fruit, and the guy is walking away. It's like I get a feeling like maybe she said, like, yeah, you have some fruit, but I'd like some wine, and he's off to go get you your wine, kind of thing. Yeah, it's not literally like that. It's not like he's submissive. I already said that, but that vibe, you know, you are sort of more the one in charge in this relationship. you are the well, the leader, and you can't have two leaders unless it's in different areas, different aspects in a relationship. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And there was something really beautiful with that. It's either it's about choosing restriction or freedom. Hang on, let me look for it. I remember how that was. It was really nicely put. Yeah, a choice of restriction or freedom. I get the way I feel is that this man, he likes the restriction, so to speak. It's not literally restriction, right? Just take this in the broadest sense of the word, but that gives him freedom. He likes that. He needs that. And that you are in charge, you make the bigger decisions mostly, that sort of thing. That gives him freedom, and it allows him to do his thing, to focus on that, to be really happy, and to do his own thing in life, whatever that is. You know, he's contently working on that, completely focused on that. So I think there's something that he's really into. Doing, making, whatever, maybe just his job as well, could be, and maybe he doesn't really have his skill set is different. His skill set is not like dealing with the bookkeeping and the finances and all that stuff, and he probably can do it, but it's like, it's just not his thing. It's really not his thing. So if he then has a partner who does like to do that, then, well, bingo. Then you complement each other, and you are like that. Please let me know in the feedback if that resonates, if you chose number 4, if that resonates with you. And I see that in this card as well. They are equals, they both love each other, they really are very equal, but still, he seems to be a bit more, yeah, don't take that wrong, because I don't mean it in a queer way, but he's more feminine in a way. Really sensitive, really in touch with his emotions, and very sensitive. He's still masculine, right? Don't get me wrong. He's not like, that's what I said, don't take that the wrong way. He's still masculine, but not like what we had over here with this dude. Not in that way, because this was really a leader, this man, and he doesn't like to be a leader that way. It doesn't make him weak. It does not make him weak. But I think that's that sort of type is the ideal match for you. And then the dynamic you would have. Yeah, 3 cards came out of the Ascended Masters deck instead of 2. I'm sorry, I need a sip of coffee. Crystals, listening, and artistic expression. And crystals to me is, well, maybe one of you is into crystals, spirituality, that stuff, but since that is not always the case, and you can still get that card, I always have this thing like crystal clear, so clarity. There's a lot of clarity. So, and because there's also the listening, this is to do with expression. Listening is also expressing yourself in an authentic way, and then you can also listen to one another. And I think there is a lot of openness in this relationship, in clarity. You know, no masks and that sort of thing. Also authentic, no masks, open, clarity. And since there is this artistic expression, I wonder if this actually is about the man being an artist in one sense or another, or artistic. because yeah, I'm a bit of an artist myself. Yeah, I write, I paint, and I do all that kind of stuff. I like to do these readings, and I also really don't like this more responsible leadership stuff in life, like bookkeeping, and I don't even like cooking actually, because that takes me away from my artistic work. You know, if I'm doing a reading and it's dinner time and I have to stop a reading or painting or writing or playing drums or whatever, because it's dinner time or because I'm hungry and I need to cook, I'm not going to be too happy. I don't like that at all. You know, in that sense, when I'm busy with that sort of thing, I love to have a partner who did the cooking, or maybe the bookkeeping, or the shopping, or washing the car, that sort of stuff. So I can just completely, you know, like where was it? It's Eight of Pentacles. So I can just let rip and focus on what it is that I really, really am sucked into and want to do, which is not cooking. So maybe this man is also artistic in one sense, you know, or another. Doesn't mean to say he paints or whatever, but creative, artistic, that kind of type. And then we have unrequited love. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you or you don't love him. I mean, we're talking about the best type, the best match for you. But this can also be that one is afraid that the other doesn't love them as much or at all. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. So fear that the other doesn't love them back. And if one, and I do assume because of the other cards that is the man is indeed a bit artistic, very sensitive, very emotional, then he might also have a bit of a problem with fear of abandonment or ups and downs, emotional ups and downs, and maybe problems with security, not security, confidence, self-confidence. So that is a normal part of being an artist, artistic. Artistic people tend to be very emotional, intuitive, sensitive, but then they can also have these ups and downs, you know, like Vincent van Gogh. And I can relate to that myself as well, because you know, when I'm painting, for instance, I'm absolutely certain about what it is I want to paint. But if I have to show my painting to the world, I all of a sudden get very insecure. Then it's like, oh my God, what are people going to think? Is it good enough? It's not good enough. And oh my dear God. And, you know, so these people tend to go up and down. And there might be a thing in the relationship as well. Like, that he is a bit, that he can be thinking at times that you don't love him as much as he loves you. Because I think he loves you to bits. Adores you, loves you to bits. So you might fear that you don't love him as much, which is also what I see here. I don't think the very soon has anything to do with this, but you probably can't see that anymore because it is a bit dark. I can't tell if you can see the way the man is standing behind the woman and she's leaning into him, and she is basically letting him approach her, woo her, love her. And I think maybe that's what you need to be aware of, that you allow him to do that. Because maybe you are so busy being in control, being the leader, doing things, and you know, the bookkeeping and the shopping and the cooking and taking care of all the practicalities of life, that sort of thing, that you maybe sometimes forget to slow down and breathe and just go deep inside your body, in your feminine energy, because doing and taking care of and all that stuff is more masculine, and then just allow yourself to soften, so he can love you. Be more approachable. Be mindful that you are regularly in that state of mind, that you, in a more feeling way, so he can come to you and be that lover and be romantic, and because you probably need that as well, you know. You're also, it comes to mind now, I read that somewhere in one of the oracle cards decks as well, and you're a human being, not a human doing. In that sense, you can balance each other perfectly if you are mindful that you allow him to, you know, that you slow down, soften, get into your femininity, your feminine energy, and let him woo you, romance you, and enjoy that as well. So drop the chores and the tasks occasionally and take time out for the both of you. Right, this is getting lengthy yet again. What does he bring you? Then we have the Five of Wands, the Sun, the She, which is temperance, ocean, I'm not sure, goddess, drink more water, and follow your heart. Five of Wands in this deck, you see these two, there's three there, two people here, and this is about learning to cooperate, teamwork, finding a balance in that. You know, you two are a team, but there might be some difficulties at first, finding the right balance in who does what, and maybe also because of this, where is it? I lost it now. No, that's also not the one. Allowing him to, and yourself, to have romantic moments and that sort of stuff. There might be a bit of a problem finding a bit of a balance between the two of you, but you are a team, and if you work out that balance, you know, you've got something going. You really got something going, because there's the sun, it's very positive. There's the house and the sunflowers, and it's all looking wonderful and gorgeous. You know, everything's hunky-dory. Wonderful place to be. It really feels like home. Really like home, being at home, belonging. And again, all of a sudden, I am so curious, you know, please you guys, if you chose this, let me know. Please let me know if this guy is a painter. I mean, you can't tell that, of course, right? Because this is the type that you're the right man. You may not have met him, you probably haven't met him, but I am so curious, because all of a sudden I'm seeing these sunflowers and they remind me of Van Gogh. Or Van Gogh, if you, like you people say it. I'm not, you know, because he painted these sunflowers. All of a sudden this reminds me of that, where Vincent lived as well in France, at this cute little cottage. Funny. Alright, temperance is also about finding the right balance to make it work, to find harmony, and so that you you'll have to find that, but he will bring that to you, because that's what this was about, this position. What does he bring you? So I think he will bring you some inner balance too, working together in a relationship, being able to work together, and inner balance within the relationship, but within yourself too. Being happy, you know, you're doing things here, you know, while he's off painting probably, or making music or whatever, and you're happy, you're smiling, you're happy. This guy brings you a lot of happiness and balance. Drink more water. Well, okay, maybe you're gonna have a more healthy lifestyle. That is possible, but this is also the goddess of what was it? Because I'm not familiar with the goddess, but I believe it was had to do with being attractive, feeling worthy. Let me quickly look. because I know a lot of goddesses and stuff, but not all. Yeah. It can help you to have a romance in life, to help you with feelings of self-esteem, being attractive, and also balance in a relationship. It's also her dress and bracelets, golden bracelets. She's got this gorgeous necklace with, I think, crystals, inlaid with crystals or something. I think he brings you inner wealth. That's probably not the right word, but I can't find the right word. I'm so sorry. Like abundance, but not necessarily material, although that could be. But this is more like feeling rich and on the inside. Can't find the word. I'm so sorry. It just eludes me at the moment. God, this is just wonderful. I get a really warm, wonderful feeling with this reading. Follow your heart. That's what he brings you. Well, a lot of love and getting in touch with your... I think this man may help you to become more in tune with your own inner guidance, your own intuition, because he's got plenty of that. This man is very sensitive, very intuitive, very emotional, and very much in touch with his heart, and otherwise he can't be autistic. And if you're more a doer of practical things and all that kind of thing, he will help you to get, that inner balance again. And that doesn't mean to say that you're going to be all artistic and all that stuff, of course not. But it will bring you more in touch with your own inner guidance, with your own intuition, your heart, listening to your heart, and maybe taking more time out to just slow down and have a few more romantic moments in life and enjoying that, being able to enjoy that. He will bring you that. Maybe with other people you haven't been able to accept that or do that, but with him you can. With him you can. You can allow him to do that, to approach you and romance you. Yeah. And when will you meet him? It's very interesting. Then we have the stork, the dice, which is one of the new cards in the expanded Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and the tree. The tree. I think this is coming out of the blue. This is about gambling, taking a risk. Can be good, can be bad. Are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to go there? Or, but it's like, it feels to me like this is sort of out of the blue. But storks is also about traveling, journeying, long distance, right? And I think the two of you don't live close together, or it can also be that I don't think you live that close together, so it might be that either one of you will have to go somewhere, like maybe to a festival or go shopping in a different city or whatever, and then you bump into each other or whatever, and it will come. I think it will come quite out of the blue. And then there may be some doubt, maybe, like, are we going to do this, are we going to do this because of the distance? How can we make it work? But you got something really solid going here. Because this tree is just freaking wonderful. There is this, the tree of life here. And you have this rainbow coming through the tree and the tree of life, and all these birds in the tree. nestling there. This tree isn't going anywhere, is it? It's stable, it's solid, it's rock solid. So you have something really good going if you actually get together and decide to go for it, take that risk, because it isn't really a risk. If you can find that balance that came up, you know, in how to make things work, how to work together, like, and completely accept each other the way you are, not try to change the other, find the formula that works for you, and you can make it work, and it's going to be wonderful. You're going to complement each other. And somehow I felt with these cards that there might be some opposition from other people, friends, family, or whatever. Like, oh no, she's not right for you, or no, he's not the right kind of guy for you, or you live so far apart, or I don't know, stuff like that, you know? Other people are trying to talk you out of it, which may also cause these dice, like, am I doing this, am I not doing this, what the hell am I going to do? Follow your inner guidance. Follow your inner guidance. If it feels good, it feels good, you know? Like they say, what is this thing like? It can be used both good and bad. Usually it's used for the bad stuff, right? But it can also be for the good thing, for the positive. Like if it walks like a dog and talks like a duck. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, and you know, then it is a duck. Then it's not anything else. Well, in this sense, if it feels good, it feels good. You know, if you know this bloke is a match when you meet him, and it just feels good, and there's, you know, just go for it. I hope that resonated, and I wonder, I would love to hear feedback from you if you went for this deck, for this set, for the number 4. It's also peculiar that for this set I chose the dolphin, a very playful energy, with the artistic person, right? The creative, emotional, feeling artistic person, and not another goddess figurine, because I got plenty of those. But for some reason or other, it had to be this dolphin, and that's why I went with that. And but I am really curious to know if you are the kind of woman who is naturally or tends to be attracted to the more emotional, sensitive men, and maybe artists and musicians, painters, whatever, you know. Please let me know. I'm really would like to know that if this was really accurate or not, because to me that felt really strong. So yeah, that's it. I hope it resonated, and I'll be back soon with another reading for you. Wishing you a wonderful day, lots of love and light. Bye bye.